So part of our YouTube plan is actually for people to get to know who we are, not only what we do and how we do it, but also just, some personal stuff and getting to know, who we are as people. I think it's really important that people start to actually know the people behind the camera. So we're going to kick off this series and get to know one of our team members, and we're getting to get to know David, who is the video editor here at Pixflix Productions. So, David, you've been working at Pixflix Productions now for about 3 years at this kind of point.
Yes.
Do you think around about that time?
Yeah, it's around like the 3-year mark. I think I started around October 2022. So, yeah.
Getting into that 3-year mark.
Yeah. We're almost there.
It was how you kind of came about it is you had a friend that said that I was looking for someone because I think I put out there that I needed a video editor, right?
Yes. You had a Instagram post saying like, "Oh, I need a video editor."
Yeah.
And then I just kind of took the opportunity, and I'll let you explain the rest.
Look, when David came in, let's just say he was fresh. That would be the nicest way to put it, right?
Yeah. I was fresh. So here's the thing about that situation is I was doing video editing beforehand, but I wasn't using so in Pixflix we actually use Final Cut Pro.
Yeah.
I was actually Adobe.
Yeah.
So
no shade on Adobe here.
Yeah. Well, except prices.
But look, but you're still new in the video editing game. Whether it be, for a video editor, there is so many editing softwares out there, and I'm sure in an episode we might talk about our video editing process and kind of that in a later thing. But there's so many different video editing styles and programs out there, and we use Final Cut for many, many reasons. But you were still fresh and new to video editing as a whole, though, right?
Somewhat, yeah. I would say somewhat. I would say, especially in a paid capacity of doing paid gigs. Yeah, I was very new there. I had done some passion projects where I had to video edit and stuff. Whether it was for a self-made documentary I made during university. But other than that, there was some other stuff. But I don't think it was to the level of the expectation when I came here to at Pixflix Productions.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, you walked through my door and you're like, yeah, hey, David. And I was like, cool. I gave him a project, something that was already completed. It was just a social media thing for one of our clients at the time. I go, there you go, take this footage and good luck, basically. And, he spent maybe a couple of hours and by the end of it, didn't produce anything really. This is like a funny story that's wrapped into a good outcome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you didn't really deliver what I was hoping for. Right?
Yeah, because I had never touched Final Cut before. And for the viewers at home who don't know this, is so when you're doing Adobe, you work with multiple video tabs, and you just kind of put what it is, and then
tracks.
Yeah, different multiple video tracks.
Yeah.
But with Final Cut, there's this thing called the magnetic timeline, and I did not know how to use this thing at all.
It does take some getting used to the magnetic timeline.
It did, and I feel, and I remember, and I think I just remember at that time, I knew, when I was doing it, I was like, damn it, I don't know what I'm doing, with this video editing software, how does this even work?
You're probably thinking, if he doesn't offer me a job, I completely understand.
Yeah.
But look, the kind person that I am. No, but at the end of it, I said, look, you didn't really hit the brief. I am looking for someone that can just come in and start taking the reins and helping in the jobs. And you didn't really hit the brief. But I said, look, we're about to come into dance concert season. So for us, we film a lot of dance concerts around end of October, November, and December. I said, we're about to come into that, and I'm going to need help editing that between camera 1, 2, 3, simple cutting. And that's how you started. And that's how you progressed.
Yep.
And, you know, maybe in a future episode, we'll talk about the progression and how you kind of led into that. But,
Yeah.
you know, obviously 3 years down the track nearly that you have kind of wiggled your way into the Pixflix fundamental team. And
Yep.
And I can safely say that without you, we wouldn't be able to operate at the level that we operate at, which is amazing. So let's get into more kind of getting to know you on more of a personal kind of level.
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
I feel like I've got a good understanding of who David is, but let's get to know you a little bit more. So can you talk about what your first ever job was?
Oh, interesting. It was so my first ever job, this is interesting. This was during my time at university, like during my last semester. So we had to go do internships, right?
Yeah.
This was for like media production. Within my university, there was this thing called Western Sydney University Launchpad. They were basically they were kind of like for like startup companies and programs.
Right.
They were kind of like the startup incubator.
Okay.
So like they kind of hosted like a bunch of different like startups and stuff within the space to like help them out. And my job was actually like to do like content creation, video editing, and stuff like that. This is why I say, actually, I guess this is, but like, so I was using Adobe Premiere at that time.
Yeah.
Look,
most people do.
You
know?
Adobe is like, it has like a big name within the video editing reputation.
Yeah. However, fun fact, it's actually not the industry standard for, say, motion, for films.
Yeah.
Films industry standard editing software is Avid Media. What's it called? Avid Media?
I think so.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm trying to remember. I think
it is Avid because I used Avid for it's Avid Media. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew I was right. Avid Media, I used that for my first trimester at film school.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that you started working there. Was that voluntary or did they actually pay you?
No, I actually paid. So it was like 2 days a week. So I was doing this on top of my last semester. So it would be like, I think it was like Monday and Tuesday, and then like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I would have my university classes.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I completed that internship. That actually went for a little while after semester ended, but it was around like at the end of like 20. So I started this job around the last semester of my university was 2019, like around spring.
Yeah.
By the time I had finished the job, it was like December 2019. And then I don't know what happened, but like there was like a very like, we'll let you know if like we extend your contract or anything. But like I didn't get like anything. So
do they normally only just take uni students and only allow uni students to work there, or do other people work there that are not uni students?
It was mainly us uni students.
Yeah, fair.
Because it was hosted. I think the job hosting, it was within like the Western Sydney University like job portal.
Gotcha.
That like
like internal thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was very lucky to get that job because it was like, during that time, it felt like I was like one of the first to like kind of like break into like I guess into the like the video industry in a way.
Yeah.
Or
what's
like
something that you learned from that?
Just like learning how to deal with like clients and stuff, like talking, like communication, and just like learning how to talk with people.
Yeah. Which, let's be honest, can be one of the hardest things in any job. Really, is communication and talking to people, your peers, etc., right? All right. So, what is hobby or a passion outside of video production?
Oh, I got a bunch of hobbies and video. I got a bunch of hobbies.
List your favorite. Favorite two. I know. It's like me choosing my favorite child, which I would never do.
Okay. Right now, I'm really into doing Muay Thai.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
Okay, so like, I got into this because, so for people who don't know, I actually a couple of years ago, I lost some weight. Basically, first it started off like I went to my gym and they had like some boxing and kickboxing like exercise class where you hit the pads, and I was like, okay, awesome. Later on, I found out there was this gym kind of near me called Strikers Lab out in St. Mary's, and I kind of knew this because my kickboxing instructor Van from U Dimensions, he he was like kind of like taking what he was learning there and trying to get us to apply the techniques in the kickboxing class at New Dimensions. And then eventually, me and my friend were just like, "Hey, let's give this a try." And I was just like, and then I gave it a try. I did my first 3 lessons, which were for free, and I was like, "Man, this is awesome." And they had like the 1-year membership at a sale at the time, and I was like, "All right, let's do this."
Yeah, yeah.
And I just like committed, and I've been going there ever since. I go there like 3 times a week,
Yeah,
at least probably like 4 hours of training I get done there. So yeah, it's like it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. It sounds like it. And like Muay Thai is what kind of cross between kickboxing and wrestling?
Kind of. It's okay. So like in kickboxing, the rules are like K1 rules. It's like they use punches, kicks, knees. Muay Thai, they add in elbows and also what's called clinching, which is where like people grab each other while standing up and then try to dump them, put them into the floor,
like jiu-jitsu style.
No, jiu-jitsu is more like it's all on the ground. This is more
clearly
like,
I know so much about any form of martial arts here.
It's fine
except for watching Daredevil and
speaking of Daredevil, I need to watch that new season.
Born Again.
How is it?
It's good. It's good.
I've actually read the Born Again comic book. Like I have it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and I actually like really wanted to like see that adapted for the longest time.
Well, there you go.
So I need to get it.
Start getting into it. 3 episodes in. Anyway, so Muay Thai is one of your favorite, and what's your other hobby? That's like your favorite thing.
Skateboarding.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be.
Yeah, actually, skateboarding is pretty much what got me into the whole like video world.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, because like, well, when I started skateboarding, like video plays like a big part in the skateboarding culture.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to get their tricks on camera and stuff like that.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to be the next Tony Hawk, right? Or Arisha True.
I guess so. Yeah. But like, so video plays a big role in skateboarding, and for me, I loved watching the skate videos. Like when I first got into it, I was like, man, this is so cool and stuff. And then, when I had to like choose like a major during my degree, I had done like the first like introduction to media. I was like, you know what? I do really love, watching skate videos.
Yeah.
I love movies and stuff. I was like, I think I can major in media production.
Right.
And then I was part of a skateboard club in university. And the funny thing is, so actually, like I said before, when I made the one of the projects, one of my last projects I did during my last year of university, it was a documentary about the skateboarding club at the university. just about like all the cool stuff we did. So, and basically I spent like a good portion during that semester just filming my skate friends, filming an interview with the creator of the skateboard club, Naomi, who and just like and just talking about like how it all got started and stuff, where it's going, and yes, and I actually that was like that subject I got a high distinction on
There
that.
you go.
Yeah,
What's your best skateboarding move then?
I'm not a good skateboarder at all, actually.
Love skateboarding. Terrible at it.
Yeah, I'm a designated filmer guy. I'm like, I'll be like, hey, it's like when I see my friend doing something cool, I'll be like, hey, let me grab the camera, let me get this. Some of my friends are actually like a little bit nervous on camera. They're like, damn, I don't want to. They get so kind about it. They're like, like when they keep like failing the trick. And they're like, oh, man, I don't want to waste your time. I'm like, no, this is cool for me, man.
It's not good. I can do it. Can you at least ride a skateboard?
You want to go outside? Want to see me do it?
I know. I'm sure you can ride it. I can't even ride a skateboard.
Do you want? We can go outside and just like I'll show you a couple of thing or two. Maybe I'll get you on the skateboard. Maybe I'll try to get you to balance.
Happen, man. It's every time I've stepped on a skateboard, I was like, yeah, no, this is not for me.
Yeah, I've known enough. I think I know how to like ride enough, and I do know how to like ollie.
Yeah.
So like,
can you get some speed and can you go quite fast? Or
I can. Yeah, cool. I know enough where I've taken some people who are like never stepped on a board and like just put them on a skateboard and like teach them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you like skateboarding, you know the lingo, you know the terminologies, you're just not good at
it. I guess so, yeah.
There you go. All right, okay. What is one of your favorite movies or television shows that you've ever watched?
Oh, favorite movies, favorite TV shows.
Doesn't have to be both. It can be one.
Oh, this is gonna take me a while. I'm just thinking of like all the movies I've watched and all the TV shows. Okay, I love crime stuff. I love like crime movies, crime stuff, anything like that. So one of the biggest ones I think that had a big influence on me when I was like a teenager was Martin Scorsese's Goodfellas. That was like such an interesting roller coaster, and it's actually like based on a real story. So it was just like one of the most interesting stories to watch. How like this guy, he looks at like he joins the mafia, and he has like this like really he looks at this view of like, oh, it's like, oh, so great and stuff. And then later on when stuff gets messy and he's just like, oh, this sucks. And then, at the end he turns informant, and it's like, wow. It's like, what a roller coaster ride of like, yeah.
Scorsese definitely is like a deep filmmaker, right? He's rooted in filmmaking skills and style. Like, he's old school in his approach in filmmaking. So that kind of level of Scorsese is something to be admired about as well. But obviously his storytelling is pretty impeccable as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. He's just got like such a way of storytelling that's like it just like glues you. And it's also for me, it's also like the variety he does. Like he can do something like, Goodfellas, but then he's also done something like Hugo.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like
vastly different. But the element of storytelling is rooted in his DNA, right, as a filmmaker.
Yeah, and I think that's something like as a storyteller, whether you're like cinematographer, director, or like a video editor, that's like being so versatile.
Yeah.
In your storytelling abilities that you're able to just go like, yeah, I can make this crime drama, but then I can also make this film up for the kids.
Yeah. And look, that's also kind of like our philosophy here, right, too, is storytelling. We try to make sure that we are telling the right story for our clients.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that you can say I'm wrong here, that I really try to root into you as well as the editor, that, what's the story that we're really trying to tell, right?
Yeah. That's definitely something you did try to root into me, is like we have to look at, you know, what is the client's story? What are they, doing with their business, and like what's some, and oftentimes like we can look at a client and be like, oh wow, they have something within their business that's like so unique and stuff,
Yeah.
and that we have to highlight this.
And look, we know we're not making the next Scorsese and the next, whatever kind of great movie, but we are making something that's important for that client.
Yeah,
That's going to be important to the evolution of their business. So we want to make sure that the story that we're telling is the right one for them.
Yeah. I mean, they're like investing, a lot of time and money into us, to, get their brand story out there. And so, and for us, like we want to, also like put the best out there for them as well.
Yeah, 100%. All right, last question. So if you could give your younger self, one piece of advice, what would it be?
For my young self, let me just think about
By the way, you're still very young.
I'm 27 now. I'm going to be 28 in August.
So old.
For my young self I would actually just say, if something is hard, it's worth doing. I think it's just with everything in life, like everything you do, like everything is going to be hard. Like video editing, like like when I came into Pixflix, learning Final Cut, it was hard. But, I came in, I did it. I came in, I took the time, I put in the effort, I learned, and now I'm here. If you're doing something like a sport or activity, whether it's like skateboarding, Muay Thai, whatever, if you want to get like really good at it, you gotta like put a lot of hours into it. It's gonna be a lot of like, hard. It's gonna be like a lot of hard days, and there's gonna be some days where you like whatever you do, whatever hobby you do, whether it's your job or like or something you just like to do on the side, there are days you're gonna go into it, you're gonna do it, and then you're gonna be like, why am I even here doing this thing? But then you just have to like learn to like bounce back, and it's like a bad day is not a bad week, and a bad week is not a bad month.
Yeah.
So you gotta just learn to just let the bad stuff, like, you have your bad days, but you just gotta just roll with it,
Yeah. That was wise beyond your years, David.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, if you like this kind of content where we're talking to the team, getting to know us more of a personal level, let us know in the comments below. And if you do need any help with your business and strategizing how content and video can play into your market, then we do have a free 15-minute discovery call where you can sit down with us on phone, Zoom, in person, depends upon your location, and we can discuss how you can improve your video in your business. So there's a link in the description below to book a call with us, and we look forward to talking to you soon.